Pete, and that is, it's for many reasons. One is we want our horses to be confident and feel that they're fine, to not just be on top of us. Another reason is what people sometimes don't understand, and this is kind of more lengthy, but the way they see, a lot of people, when they stand right next to them, they block their eye, so that they will turn or move to kind of just get you out of that eyesight. So with Kendra standing there, she has full control of him, even though she's that far away. She could actually be to the very even end of that lead line, and still have control of them, just because she's going to work with her energy. So right now, if he starts sneaking up on her, do you want to show? She can just send him back, but just with her energy. And then when she puts that line down, it's considered, dead. But she also, when he moved back, which you probably couldn't see, but there was an exhale, and that's a release to them. So there's lots of breathing, there's lots of exhales, there's lots of that. And you can actually connect with your horse so that you can actually bring them to an exhale, which is really kind of pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. So if you watch, so Kendra, we'll just have you show, so she can send him back with, at that distance. So he's a little sleepy right now and distracted, but wake up, buddy. There. So she can send him back. She can move, so Carolee, why don't you pick a foot? Hind end, front end, just pick any foot.
The front right.
Front right. So Kendra can move his front right. So he's a little sleepy, but he'll cross that front there. Well, he was a little lazy about that. If you choose, you can move his hind end, so she can just change her body position, get his attention, and throw her energy to his hind and just move his hind end over.
That's amazing.
So a lot of that is just groundwork and able to focus your energy, believe it or not, to that body part. And then all of a sudden you get some control of their feet, which actually translates into control of their mind. But also, it's a safer environment for the person, as well as you can tell how, fully stressed out he is, right?
So when Kendra just did that,
Yeah.
was it a gesture that he picked up on, or was it something else that he picked up on to know what she wanted him to do?
So it can be both, but what we strive to do with our horses is get them to connect with us from our energy and not just motion. So just because, I can go like this, or whatever, again, not phased, right?
He's not moving when you do that.
But if I did that with energy and sent energy to him and did that, he would back up. But it's not, I don't really want to do that with him, because that's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Why are you doing this to me?
But so it is both. So the motion, where she changed her body position, they start recognizing that, but at the same time, it's really how she's directing her energy, more than, more than motion. Again, we don't want our horses to be spooky and all that, and we want them to understand that when we're actually having, conversing with them, it's with our energy. So, and that's just how they're handled, period. You know what I mean? It's not like today we'll work on this. This is just how we work. If Kendra was outside, this is what it would look like, we also work with, if Kendra can drop that line right there and walk away, and that is called ground tying. Obviously, he's not tied to the ground, but the line on the ground is considered dead, meaning there's nothing from us. And we've worked with our horses, Petey, obviously, where we can drop the line, and unless we ask him to move his feet, he shouldn't. So we can run over here and get something, pick something up, go do something, and hi, buddy. And he's thrilled to not move, because horses' whole world is pressure and release as prey animals, right?
Yeah.
So unless he's receiving pressure, he's thrilled. And right now, if he just stands there, he's not going to get any pressure. Now, if he can, now he's just kind of adjusting to me, we're not gonna pick on him about that. But if I come over, and start throwing him some energy, pressure, he'll react to it. So, so that's, this is what we do too. So when we're grooming or when we're doing anything, this translates again into all kinds of things. When you're mounting, they should stand unless you're asking him to move, etc. So why don't do you want to try to back him up with some energy? And,
Good try.
okay, so Kendra